watching ASMR. Okay. It is very rare that I film a video that I don't upload. I would say, maybe a handful that just came out bad for whatever reason or seemed stupid, but not very many. Usually I'm not a person that's looking for like pure perfection, so if it seems like it will be somewhat entertaining to somebody say, like older groups, like Billy Joel is like probably my most favorite. Not his like top hits, those I am sick of hearing, but like everything else. I know like every song he has, and he has a lot. I like Simon and Garfunkel, love them. The Police, Jazzy Kumalo. I always knew you could do it, Nicole. I've been a fan since day one. Thank you very much. My question is, what made you begin performing as an ASMR artist instead of just being a consumer? So I already answered that. Thank you. Okay, from Millie Jones. Congratulations. Thank you. Do any of your friends or family watch your videos, and have you ever been interrupted by a person while recording? None of my friends or family watch it. None of my friends know about it. The only people who know are my kids and my husband, and some of my kids' friends know that I have a channel, but they don't know what it is specifically. Except for my daughter's boyfriend, he knows the name of my channel and everything. He's even subscribed, but he doesn't watch it. And have I been interrupted? Of course I have. Oh my gosh. All the time. I mean, they don't come walking into the room, but I'll think nobody's home, and then I hear the front door open, and you know, you could hear it like it sounds like they're right in this room because of the mic being so sensitive. So then I have to scream down to them, I'm doing a video, can you go sit down for half an hour, be quiet? Okay. Next up is from Courtney L. I'm so happy for you, Nicole. This is amazing. Thank you. I know you've said before that no one knows about your channel except your husband and kids. My question is, has that changed? No, just whatever I just said in the previous question. Okay, from Caroline. Congratulations. Thank you. I would like to know what you do for a living. I already answered that. And if you have a favorite ASMR artist. I don't really have a favorite, actually. I mostly enjoy gum chewing. I enjoy lots of ASMR true crime, lots and lots of that. And I love story times. Love them. Okay, from Education Disaster. Congratulations, beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Do your kids like ASMR? No. What is your qualification? Qualification to be an ASMR artist? Nothing. Just being able to whisper. Any other hobby except ASMR? I guess I kind of answered that. I said, I like to go to the gym and watch movies and TV and eat. Okay. From Jess Jedi. Name something that makes you happy, and what's your favorite song? A song you can't live without. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Something that makes me happy. Well, my family makes me super happy. Definitely. I can't even tell you, especially having kids. My kids are my world, totally. When they're happy, I'm happy. When they're not happy, I am miserable. My favorite song, a song I can't live without. I don't think I have such a thing, honestly. But I constantly get songs stuck in my head, and I just can't stop singing them out loud. And I just keep doing it, and then I'm like, stop. I say to myself out loud, stop singing that. Stop singing that. I think it's some kind of compulsion. I don't know what it is. It's crazy. Okay. From James Ramey. Splendid achievement. So glad I found your channel. Thank you. Who would you want to play you in a movie, and why? Good question. I would like Miss Piggy to play me, and I'm not kidding. And the rest of the cast would be all the Muppets and stuff, for sure. And why? Because it would be a lot of fun. That's why. And I don't try to take things too seriously, so the Muppets would be good. Maybe some Fraggles, also from Fraggle Rock, yes, I am very happy with it. Meaning, do I enjoy doing it? Yes, I do. I love doing ASMR. If I didn't like it, there's no way I would still be doing it, because why would I do it? Like, what would be the point? I'm not getting rich on it by any means. From Marie F. Congratulations, how exciting. Thank you. Have you been recognized in public despite the wigs? Did you deny it? Never. Never been recognized. that's what I would say to start, and don't put any money into it at all in the beginning. And then if you like it and you want to continue after a while, then I would say either get one of those little lapel mics, the tiny little mic, which just plugs right into your phone. 1, 2, 3. And they are cheap as could be. Like, you can definitely get one for under $10 with the shipping and everything. So you could do that. Or if you want to spend a bit more, you can get like a Blue Yeti. They're maybe like $130. But yeah, to start, I wouldn't buy anything. Okay. From Abby, woohoo, what is your favorite kind of ASMR video to make? Did any YouTubers inspire you to start this channel? Do you have any pets? I don't have any pets. My favorite kind of ASMR to make. I mean, let me think. I enjoy making a lot of them, truthfully. Like, seriously, they're all fun to make. It's the editing that's not so fun. And editing on, like, a roleplay is not so bad because it's interesting. Editing, like a word search, is so tedious. Editing a magazine flip through is also tedious because it's like reading a magazine twice. Like if I sit there and I go through the whole magazine and look at it and talk about it, that's fun and interesting to me. But then, like a day later or 2 days later, sitting down and editing that same thing is boring. You know what I mean? But I mean, I get through it. It's not that terrible. There are worse things. Okay, was there more to that question? I can't remember now. Oh. Did any YouTubers inspire you to start the channel? Not particularly, no. No. Okay, from Mary Anderson. Congrats, Nicole. Thank you. I know you live near New York City. Do you, or did you pre-COVID see many shows on Broadway? Do you have a favorite? I wouldn't say that I've seen many. I've seen, since I've lived here forever, over the decades, I have seen quite a few. I've seen most of like the big ones. Like I saw Rent, and I saw Les Miserables twice. I saw Phantom of the Opera. That was great, and Les Mis was great too. I know all the songs from both of those. I saw Cats twice. I loved it the first time when I was a kid, and then I saw it again as an adult, and I was like, why did I ever like this? It is so boring. Okay. So maybe it's good for kids. I saw, what was the name? There's a new-ish one. I forget what it's called. It's about 9/11, how they like diverted a flight to an airport in Canada. I can't remember the name of that show, but I saw it a few years ago. That was really good, but not good enough for me to remember the name. I saw Hairspray. That was also really good. If you like the movie, the show was even better. And there's other ones I haven't seen. I can't remember them all, but yeah. I'm not even sure which ones still exist, but I want to see Hamilton so badly. I think we might try to go see it next year. Loved, the show. I watched it on Disney when it came out. It was so expensive to get tickets though, up until recently, like the tickets were like $500 a seat pretty much, and no matter what, that is too much. So I think nervous about starting a channel? No. Honestly. I have to say, and I'm not like a person who ever liked public speaking at all. Okay? That is awful. But for whatever reason, I always had the feeling that, I mean, if I'm making the video, there's nobody really here. Like right now, I'm alone in my room, okay? Why should I be nervous? And if it's horrible, I don't have to put it up, you know? And then if people make fun of it, I can take it down. So that's always been the way I've looked at it. Okay, and the best concert I've ever been to was definitely, let me think. I guess I would have to say Billy Joel. I went when I was like 17, I think. Yeah. Excellent concert. Loved it. Okay. From Janine Hertemet. I don't know if I said that right. Yay, you are one of the best. Thank you. What do you do for work? Answer that. You probably answered this, but I don't know. Also, what's your favorite comfort meal or dish or food? Mine is pasta. Favorite comfort meal, dish, or food? I like pasta also. Love it. Especially if it's made, you know, like by real Italians. You know what I mean? Like if I make pasta and put like ragu sauce on it, that's not my favorite. But if I go to a place and get like spaghetti and meatballs, you know, from a real Italian restaurant, love it. I also love, you know, hamburgers and fries and pizza and all that garbage. That's definitely comfort food for me. Okay. From Brittany Lewis, I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. I watch your videos religiously. I can't ever get enough. Thank you. My questions: do you feel like you live a double life? ASMR Nicole and wife mom Nicole, does your husband ever make silly sorry, I lost that. Silly comments about you making ASMR videos, like you're still saving all these empty boxes, wrappers, or why do you have a big squishy cheeseburger, and do you hide them? P.S. I watch your videos every morning while getting ready for work, and my husband is in the shower. We have a Bluetooth speaker in the bathroom, and sometimes my phone connects to it instead of his. When he turns it on, and he will suddenly hear you whispering and chewing gum all loud, and he yells, "Man!" That's funny. My husband would not want to hear that. If I blasted somebody chewing gum or whispering, he would scream at me. Yes, he would. Okay. Not that he's like a mean person, but I'm just saying. Okay, so the question's back to, do I feel like I live a double life? Not really, but sometimes when I'm with people, I think to myself, wow, if they only knew, you know, what would I do? Like, people that I know, I am sure they never heard of ASMR, and they would think it's absolutely crazy. And then they would probably say it's a fetish, you know? So I kind of dread anyone finding out, just because of that. Even though, like, my stuff is, you know, pretty clean, you know? But still, it's weird, you know? All my weird role plays. They would definitely think that I am nuts, but whatever, I love it, so what am I gonna do? Does my husband make silly comments? Not so much, really. More likely my kids make fun of stuff, you know? Like all the empties, yes, they're like, oh god, look at she say. I'm like, wait, don't throw that out, I want to save that. Like, oh, you're crazy, you know? The squishy cheeseburger, my son plays with it every time he comes into my room. He throws it up in the air and catches it. And I don't hide anything. Okay. Okay, from Sam Marie. Would you ever consider making a day in your life vlog? Also, congrats. Thank you. I really would not make a day in my life vlog because it's a lot of work. Olivia Johnson, congratulations. Okay, I always wanted to know. Oh, thank you. Okay, I always wanted to know, what is your favorite movie? I kind of answered that. What is your favorite color? Blue. Where would you most like to visit? What other talents, hobbies do you have besides being an amazing ASMR artist? What is your favorite food besides lifesavers? I hope I said that right. I'm Irish and we don't have that brand of sweets here, just polo mints. I think polo mints are pretty much the same from what I've heard as lifesavers. Okay, so where would I most like to visit? I would love to visit Europe and go on one of those tours that you take on like a cruise line where you stop at like all the, you know, famous ports and you get to see like so much of Europe. That is something I would love to do. Hobbies, I already talked about that. Favorite food, talked about that, kind of. Okay. From Angela Messino, congratulations, Nicole. Thank you. I fell down the rabbit hole in 2016 during a stressful time in my life. You're now my favorite artist, and I wish you continued success. Thank you. My question is, if they're not all exactly in Manhattan, they're somewhere close by. So if you like any kind of sports, definitely get tickets to a sporting event. If you like shows, definitely get tickets to a good Broadway show. Not like a unknown one, because they're unknown for a reason, but like a really well-known one. Depending on what kind of food you like, I might suggest certain restaurants. They have a lot of really good restaurants in New York. But bring your money. Get a mortgage. Bring that money. It is expensive in New York City. I would say stay away from things that are too touristy, because they'll just take up your time and your money and will be boring anyway. You know, like, I don't know how you feel about going to, like, see the Statue of Liberty. It is a schlep, and I wouldn't recommend it. I really wouldn't. I did it, and because, like, some family visitors came and they wanted to do that, and it was, like, I climbed the stairs as far as you could up to the top. I thought my legs would turn to rubber, and I would never get back down again. It was, like, more steps than I could ever imagine climbing. I would say, if you like art, there's, like, the Museum of Modern Art is great. If you like science, the Museum of Natural History is, like, the best, and they have a great planetarium. Well, one of my favorite things is Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. I love that. It's in Times Square, which is fun. It's fun to go to Times Square, but be careful. Okay. Be careful in Times Square. Be careful everywhere. Okay. Have you ever had an experience near death or paranormal that has affected your spirituality or belief in reincarnation or aliens? No. Pick a pill affecting the rest of your life. Red, ability to teleport anywhere at any time. Not time travel or other realms, just physical locations on the current day. Blue, your body has no need or desires for sleep. Definitely taking red, because I love sleep. I wouldn't want to give it up, even if I don't need it. I want to need it. But teleport anywhere at any time. Definitely, that would be awesome. Like, if I want to see somebody and they're in another part of the country, just pop over there. Love that. Okay, Erin, Terry, what's your zodiac sign, and are you super into astrology? I'm a Cancer, and I'm not into astrology at all, actually. Okay. From Millie Jones. Oh yeah, and what do you think of all these big trends from anime, plushies, and TikTok that's kind of been really popular lately? Anime. I don't like anime. I don't dislike it, but I'm not interested in it. I think I'm too old for anime. Like, it came into popularity when I was already an adult, I think. I don't know. It's not for me. No offense to anyone. I know people love it. Plushies, love plushies. Plushies have always been in. Literally. There's always some type of plushie that is in, whether it was Beanie Babies, or now it's Squishmallows, or there was the Webkins. Webkins was a great time, because my kids were little when Webkins were, you know, at their height, and it was so exciting when we heard a new one was coming out that was really cool, and we would try to rush over to this little, like, boutique type toy store and some